Namaskar. Friends, I am Dr. Jagdish Kulkarni. Welcome you in this presentation. This presentation is for those students who qualified or exempted from PhD entrance test 2020 of Swami Ramananda Tirth Marathwada University, and those students who have got their research supervisor in meeting of research allocation committee. So this is specifically for the students who are willing to complete their coursework. This coursework specifically designed this year with the addition of research and ethics, that is ethics and publications, research and publication ethics in this research course. Now we'll see one by one. The objectives of these presentations are: the first one is to introduce revised structure of the pre-PhD coursework. So this is a pre-PhD coursework. After completion of this pre-PhD coursework, then and then only you will get admission to the PhD. So in presentation, I will introduce the revised structure. Then I will communicate you nomenclature and number of papers for this coursework. Then how many credits are there for this course? How many marks are there? What is the nature and duration of the examination? And what will be the minimum passing criteria for the examinations? The next objective of this presentation is to elucidate question paper pattern for university examination, how a university will conduct, how many questions will be there, and so on. Then to describe about internal evaluation and role of supervisor. So this is again important. So what will be the role of the supervisor, and then to explain syllabus of each paper in detail. So you will get detailed information regarding the syllabus. These are the few objectives of my presentations. Now we'll see one by one. So this is the table. You can see there is first paper. So the columns are paper, title, credits, marks, duration of examination, nature of examination, and passing. The first paper is of research methodology. It has 3 credits and 75 marks. This paper, the examination will be conducted by the university, and the duration of examination will be 3 hours. And the minimum passing marks you require is a 50%. So 50% of 75. Then second paper is of computer application. This paper has 2 sections, section A and section B. Section A has 2 credits and 50 marks. The paper will be conducted in 2 hours. This exam will be conducted by the university, and again the passing criteria is a 50%. Section B has only 1 credit of 25 marks, and it will be the internal evaluation by the concerned supervisor, and for that a test will be conducted of 25 marks. Again, passing criteria for this section B is a 50%. Then third paper is again important, which is introduced this year. So there will be first paper. The first time this paper will be conducted by the universities all over India, and the paper title of the paper is Research and Publication Ethics. There will be 2 credits for this course, and there will be 50 marks, and the duration of examination will be 2 hours, and this examination will be conducted by the university. And again, passing criteria will be 50%. So minimum 50% marks are required. Then the fourth paper. Now, fourth and fifth paper are the internal for the internal evaluation, and these papers will be evaluated by your research supervisor. So you will find that most of the part of the evaluation is again with your research supervisor or research guide, whatever you say. The fourth paper, the title of the fourth paper is a foundation and philosophy of research, which is based on the basic knowledge of core research domain, whatever you have selected. There will be 4 credits for this paper and 100 marks. So there is no time limit for this examination. Before the RRC, you have to complete again it. But again, it is not like that 1 or 2 hours. And nature of examination is a continuous internal evaluation by concerned supervisor. It has review of literature for 40 marks. Then reading, test and assignment for 40 marks. There will be 2 tests and 2 assignments. And then design and of experiments, methods, etc. There will be 20 marks for that. And again, passing criteria is 50%. And the last 5th paper is of research topic, that is specific research topic, whatever you have selected. And there will be 4 credits and 100 marks. In that, the researcher has to complete seminar or conferences or symposium participation. That is, it has 1 credit of 25 marks. He has to publish a research paper. It has 1 credit of 25 marks. Then he has to attend workshop training related to subject. It has again 1 credit of 25 marks. And he had to preparation of research proposal. Whatever research proposal he will prepare, for that he has 1 credit, that is at 25 marks. So total there will be 16 credits and 400 marks. So university will conduct examination for 7 credit and it will give a result for maximum 175 marks. Whereas internal evaluation, that is by your research supervisor or research guide, he will give you 9 credits. He will give credits out of 9, whereas he has about 25 marks. So he can assign maximum 25 marks from your internal examination. So this is a overall structure. So there will be 5 papers with 16 credits and 400 marks. University evaluation will be of 7 credit and 175 marks, and internal evaluation will be of 9 credits and 225 marks. So one has to keep in mind, this is a very, very important. Many students, researchers get confused. What will be the paper? Who will assign this, and where will be the examination? How much time will be there? So every guideline has been given here. I think now it is clear to all. So there are some instructions. So internal evaluation shall be carried out by the supervisor. Records of evaluations are to be kept with the supervisor till the award of the degree. And the consolidated marks statement should be submitted to university through your research center. See, you can see there are 3-4 words here. So research center is a very important. So everything you have to submit through the research center. Then you have to submit all the records to the university, and this record should be kept preserved till you get award of the degree with the supervisor, and this evaluation is done by the supervisor. These are 4 to 3 in these instructions. Second instruction is for research student, and it is the research student should must pass in paper number 1, paper number 2, and 3 of pre-PhD course of quality for submission of to qualify for submission of pre-synopsis for confirmation of registration and research topic by concerned RRC, and other evaluation related to paper 4 and 5, that is internal evaluation to be carried out by the supervisor, to be submitted before submission of final PhD synopsis to the university. So there are 2 parts here. There are 5 papers. Out of 5 papers, first 3 papers you have to qualify first. That is before submission of pre-synopsis, before facing to the RRC, you have to qualify first 3 papers. and paper number 4 and paper number 5 can be submitted till the final PhD synopsis you submit to the university. So these two parts are very important. Till today, it was not there. There was not time limit, so students can submit, can pass the pre-PhD course anytime during the PhD course. But now it is compulsory to qualify the coursework in 3 papers before submission of your pre-synopsis, or then and then only you will get registration or confirmation, or your topic may get finalized. So this is again very important instructions. Then above structure, revised structure shall be applicable to the research students to whom supervisor have been allocated by RAC after PET 2020 and onwards. So this is the presentation is meant for those students only. The students who have allocated the guide in PET 2020 and onwards. Okay. And then as per university circular dated number PG 2011 and 12/45 dated 22nd June 2021, exemption will be given to the students who have passed MPhil examination with the subject research methodology and computer application or information technology. Again, so you get cleared if your MPhil is from other state or the university. So you have to get confirmed from the university whether that MPhil is applicable in this university. So keep in mind, just don't say that the instruction is given that MPhil, if you are MPhil with the research methodology and computer application, you are exempted. That is not the case. You have to again visit the PhD section, PG section, and inquire about the your exemption status. Then the syllabus will go by one. The paper first is a research methodology. It has 3 credits, 75 marks, and the duration of the examination, as I said, it is 3 hours. The objectives of these papers are to enable the students to understand and work methods and concepts related research. Then second, to enable the students to develop research proposal, to work with research problem. And third, one, to develop broad comprehension of research area. And then we'll go, I will not read in detail, but I will just read the units. That is, unit first is introduction, in which meaning, concepts, and other parts is given. The unit second covers methods of research. Unit third is for the development of research proposal. Unit fourth is of methods of data collection, in which sampling and other things are there. Then the unit 5 is for method of data analysis, and unit 6 is of report writing and evaluations. So these 6 units are there in the paper number first, and you are familiar with these 6 units. This unit can be taught you in the coursework, and you can face the examination very easily. So these were the references. You can refer any books for this coursework. Then the pattern of the examination will be like this. So 75 marks, duration 3 hours. The instructions will be attempt any 5 questions. Question 1 is compulsory. Keep in mind. So first paper you have to write compulsory. Of the remaining, attempt any 4 questions. And out of 7, you have to answer 84 questions. And all questions carry equal marks. So every question has 15 marks. You have to complete, answer 5 questions, and you will have maximum 75 marks in the examinations. There is some instructions for the paper setter. The instructions are like that. There will be 8 questions in the question paper, each of 15 marks, of which 5 questions will be attempted. Question number 1 is compulsory question with 3 short notes, each of marks 5 marks, covering the entire syllabus. The remaining 7 questions shall cover the entire syllabus bits, of which any 4 will have to attempt. One question shall be of semi-detailed brief note type with 2 bits from part of the syllabus. So this is the instructions for the paper setter, but students can understand how paper will be there. Then second paper is of computer applications, and in this paper there are 2 sections as we discussed earlier. Section A is of 2 credits and 50 marks. It has university examination of 2 hours. And section B is of credit 1. There will be 25 marks, and it will be continuous internal evaluation by concerned supervisor. He may conduct one test of 25 marks. The syllabus for this is in section 1. There are general applications, MS Word, save document as file, arrange the files in folders, print, formatting, insert, page layout, references, citation and bibliography, review, comments, tracking, compare, converting to PDF, etc. Though we are familiar with the saving of the documents, arranging the files, the part which is important is the references, how to creating citations and bibliography. Then the part which of review is again important, like how to comment, tracking, etc. Converting is also you are familiar, but some part of this MS Word you may not be familiar. Then second is MS Excel. MS Excel you have to very important because it is you can use as a its databases, and it is useful for drawing graphs and analysis, etc. So Excel. Then PowerPoint is again important for your presentation. You have to present many times, like at the time of RRC, then at the time of your progress reports, so on and so forth. So you must be familiar with the MS PowerPoint presentation, and the Marathi English word processing, spell check, etc. You should be familiar with that, and there will be questions on this board paper. Then section B is again internal evaluation by the research supervisor, and it is a responsibility of the research supervisor to complete it. So in this section B, students must be familiar with the use of internet for research activities, use of online journals and research activities for research activities, using search engines, using InfluBNet, JSTOR, Springer, then using virtual libraries, communicating with the scholars through LIST, groups, and other internet resources helpful for scholastic activities. Concepts related to social sciences, commerce, management, art, education, physical education, pharmacy, law, science research, computer applications, software related to research topic are to be designed and demonstrated by the supervisor. From this paper, it is expected that the significance of critical thinking and knowledge development for the profession will be emphasized throughout. The course will involve understanding and application of qualitative and quantitative research. The course will include analysis of the research methods commonly used in the concerned faculty in which student is pursuing his or her research work. The student will be introduced to issues that arise in carrying out research. This will enable the research students to examine the research process through the lens of application of computers in the research field. The completion of this B section is considered as a part of the research guidance, and it will be mandatory for the guide to complete the coursework for this half. Further, it shall be the responsibility of the supervisor to assess the performance and the computer skills developed by the research students. The statements of marks scored by the student shall be submitted to university, that is Director Board of Examination and Evaluation, through Research Center. The reports of all the components shall be preserved by the research centers. So these are the instructions, and the second paper pattern is like that. Attempt any 3 questions, question 1 and 5. The 2 questions are compulsory. of the remaining attempt any one questions. So first question is of short notes, and second, third, fourth, fifth question. Second, third, and fourth questions are descriptive, and again fifth question is of short notes. So there will be 20, 20, and 10 marks like that. Okay. So it carries 50 marks, and section A. And section B, as we said, it is with the research guide. Then third paper is very important because it is introduced this year only. So this is a new topic. So you have to consider on that, because anyone doesn't know what will be the questions and how will be the pattern, how questions will be asked, because it is a lengthy paper having different 5 units. The research and publication ethics has 2 credits of 50 marks. Duration of the examination is 2 hours, and this examination will be conducted by the university. The section A is of philosophy and ethics. So it will be covered in 5 hours by the teachers of the coursework. I will just give some important points because this paper is new. The first unit is of philosophy and ethics. It has 2 chapters: introduction to philosophy and ethics. In ethics, definitions, moral philosophy, nature of moral judgments, etc. Then unit second is of scientific conduct. It has different chapters, like 5 chapters. One is ethics in respect of science and research, intellectual honesty and research integrity, scientific misconduct, falsification, fabrications, and plagiarism. Then reductant publications, duplicate and overlapping publications, salami slicing. Fifth chapter is of selective reporting and mispresentation of representation of data. Then third unit is of publication ethics. It is for 10 hours. There are 7 chapters in this chapter, in this unit. The first chapter is of publication ethics, definitions, introduction, and importance. Second chapter is best practices, standards, setting initiatives and guidelines of COPE, WAME, etc. Third chapter is of conflicts of interest. Fourth, publication misconduct, definition, concept, problems that lead to unethical behavior, and vice versa, and the types. The fifth chapter, violation of publication ethics, authorship and contributorship. Sixth is of identification and publication misconduct, complaints and appeals. And seventh one is of predatory publishers and journals. The section base has unit number 4, that is open access publishing. It has 4 hours. There are different chapters in also this unit also. The first chapter in the 4th unit is open access publications and initiatives. The second one is of Sherpa Romeo online resources to publisher to check publisher copyright and self-archiving policies. Third, software tool to identify predatory publications developed by Savitribai Phule, Pune University. The fourth is Journal Finder, journal suggestion tool by JANE, Elsewhere Journal Finder, and Springer Journal Suggested, etc. So this is the 4th unit. In 5th unit, unit number 5 has 3 subsections, in which first section, A section, is of databases. It has 2 chapters, that is indexing databases and citation databases, Web of Science and Scopus. B section is of software tools. In that, use of plagiarism software like Turnitin, Urkund, and other open sources softwares are there. And third one is again very important. The C section is of research metrics. It covers impact factor of journal as per journal citation report, SNIP, SJR, IPP, site score. Then the next chapter is of metrics, in which H index, G index, I10 index, alt metrics. This part student has to complete. Okay. So these are the 5 units in the 3rd chapters. So the references are there for this third paper. Then the paper pattern of this question paper pattern of the paper number 3 is like that. There will be 50 marks of, and the examination will be for 2 hours. There will be 5 questions. The first question is write short notes on unit 1 specifically, and attempt any one out of 2. There will be 2 short notes and 1 short note student has to write. Question number 2 is essay type question on unit number 2 with an internal choice. So that means there will be 2 questions and 1 has to solve. In question number 3, there will be 2 questions, essay type question on unit 3 with an internal choice. Again, there will be 2 questions in unit number 3, and section the part B has write short notes on any one out of 2 best. Unit number 1, unit number 2, and unit number 3. From unit 1, 2, 3, there will be 2 short notes and 1 has to be written or answered. And section B, the question number 4 have essay type questions on unit number 4, and again it has internal choice. That means there will be 2 questions, 1 question student has to attempt. Then fifth question is on unit number 5 with the internal choice. That means again there will be 2 questions and student can attempt any one. So this will be the paper pattern. So paper pattern is different for each papers. For first paper there is a different pattern. For second paper it is a different, and third it is a different pattern. So there will be no uniformity in the paper pattern. Okay. Then this is the form internal marks that has to be provided by the research supervisor. So this information has to filled up. Then this will be the consolidated marks, maximum marks, credits, and your teacher has to submit. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you one and all. If you have any questions or any doubts, you can write to me on my email address. My email address is, you may note down, jnkul72@gmail.com. Thank you. Thank you one and all.